Changing my body capture. Why is it showing like this? Just give me one moment. I think I need to zoom out. Yeah, now are you able to see me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, okay, all right. Yeah. So out of the four passages that were given, there was only one passage which was philosophical, the second passage, where they spoke about God, Confucius, and all of that. And that was the only passage which was relatively difficult. The first passage was kind of easy. I mean, you could read through it, and yes, you could frame some assumptions about, what he spoke about the US system, the Indian system, and all that. It was not a very tough passage that you cannot grasp, especially since you've been, what do you say, in college for so long. It's a relatable passage. Third passage, okay, it was doable. It was nice. It was not like very difficult. The fourth passage was kind of easy. The fourth passage was, I don't know, we'll see it anyways. But yeah, how many of you have gone to the verbal ability section and cracked it there? I think 14 questions for passages, if I'm remembering it right. Yes? Only first 14 questions for passages. Last one about the Venezuela and all that passage, only 2 questions came, if I'm not wrong. Am I correct? Yes? Okay. Because I've seen this paper like 4 days back, 4 or 5 days back, so I don't remember properly. Yeah, so how many of you have gone through the verbal ability properly? You've gone through verbal ability. Yes. How many of parajumbles and parasumbles did you attend? There was odd man out, ఒకటి వచ్చినట్టుంది. Two odd man out. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So how did you fare in that? Okay. Paras somebody song which I do.
Most of the paper, whichever questions are, most of them is right wrong. I struggled with two options. At that time, seeing the judges on the question, but all the questions. Yeah. Even parasomnies and one piece.
Okay. Fine, all right. So let's go ahead with the passages. Now, Mock 4 apparently it's not uploaded yet. Ante kada upload already. Once it's uploaded, please take a look at Mock 4 recording. You would actually get a sense of how I also write mocks. Because I've not gone into details like in class where I read out the passage and explain to you. I have not gone in details like that. I've actually shown you what skimming would be. And at what speed do you have to read and which points do you need to mark? Okay. Okay. So this passage I would attempt. Okay. Preferably not first, but I would definitely attempt this passage. Now I see that there are 4 questions attached to it, which is a good sign. It's not very long. The genre is also normal, if not a complicated genre, unfamiliar genre for me. So definitely I would attempt that. This I would not attempt immediately. Okay. I'm talking from your perspective and from mine. Not saying only from your perspective. Because there are 4 questions in this. Sorry, I think 3 questions, no? 1, 2. There were 3 questions in this, no? 65 యా 6 స్కిప్ అయిపోయిందని నేను చూస్తున్నాను కదా, లేకపోతే నేను ఎందుకు అంత కంగారు పడతాను? It's okay, I'll put the question on from here, it's fine. Okay, so this had 3 questions. Now this is something that I would actually go on and attempt. It's a lifestyle passage. It's not a very complicated passage. Okay, about wines and all. The only thing that's complicated in this is are these names. Okay, and as long as you know what those names are of, you don't need to remember the names. Okay, remember I told you nouns should not confuse you ever. Yeah, these are some French names or some Latin names or some names of grapes, whatever it is. We'll find out when we are doing the passage. Okay, so yes, this passage again, I would definitely attempt. Now, would I attempt this before the first one or after the first one? That's a contention. Okay, but I now know that second one definitely I won't attempt first. This I would not attempt first. Two reasons: length, and it gives me only two questions. That means I'm putting so much effort just for 6 marks.
So
If you want,
three
you can put
questions
just.
are.
There are 3 questions in this. Oh, so the second one had only 2 questions. Okay, no, that also had 3 questions on me. No? Sure. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, my bad. Okay. So either ways, when I'm having two passages which I know for sure I would like reading, okay, which are going to give me 4 questions each, I'm going to choose that passage first, those passages first. So in my mind, I am going with the order of the passages as 1, 3, 4, 2. Anyone who's gone through the same way? No? What was your logic? What was your serial? Did you go 1, 2, 3, 4? Yes. Okay. What about you, Hema? Okay, so 3. You went with 3 first. Hmm? 3, 1, 2, 4. Huh? So you didn't do 4 at all. Okay. Now see, though this seems big, we can see that this is slightly political. Okay, it's not philosophical. It's much easier than philosophy for you to grasp. Okay. Do not always look at length. First, look at familiarity, then go for length. If you're choosing topics that you're not familiar with, you're going to read them more. Bless you. You'll have to read it for a longer time than you would read something that's already familiar to you. Okay. That's my logic, but it's up to you. Whatever you feel like is correct, you do it. నన్ను అడిగితే ఇలా చూస్ చేసుకుంటే కొంచెం టైం సేవ్ అవుతుంది. Okay, first familiarity, number of questions, and then the length of the passage. Okay. All right, so let's go to the first passage. And don't worry, I have answers both here and here. I didn't put answers in the bottom. वो animations में नहीं हो रहा था, so I took it off. Yeah, can you guys go through this passage very quick? How many of you have attempted this passage? You have not attempted this? Why? Time. Okay. So you went with which passage? You went with third first and then? Okay. You? Did you attempt this? No. Okay. Go through this first. Come on. Take notes more than 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Go through it. I think in this entire passage, there was only one word that I thought you guys might not know. Burgeoning. Last, but some lines you must get. Yeah. Do you guys know that word? Burgeoning. No, so I made a list of the words that I thought you guys might not understand from each passage. I'll tell you the meanings when it comes. Okay. Meaning, Tilsa? Cost to increase, rapid increase. So what idea can I get from here? Roshan, what idea can I get from there? Okay. Higher education is, maybe I can say, proportional to growth of country and also economy. Are you leaving out any particular idea? Is there any idea that's left in that first paragraph? No, not examples, idea. Good. Move on to the second paragraph. Tell me what's the idea that we get from this part. What are we talking about when we are talking about this building a stock of highly trained human resources to attract knowledge intensive investment and boost economic growth? What do we mean by that line? Krishna, tell me. Luna, what do we mean by that line? Educating the good. Why did we say to attract knowledge intensive investment? He's subtly referring to certain fields that he is going to talk about in the passage, like the software, pharmaceuticals, biotech. All these are the knowledge intensive fields. Are you getting it? So he's being directive in his approach towards where he thinks there would be an economic boost or an economic growth. Although that question has not come, but that could have come out as an inference based question. Okay. So when you're reading something, please be sure about what you're comprehending from it. If you're not able to comprehend much of it, keep it aside. Okay. Don't go into that passage so quickly. Okay. So what is the idea that I get from here? Second paragraph. Can you please come again? Like I let me say that ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ నువ్వు చెప్పిందే నేను రాస్తున్నాను కంగారు పడద్దే ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ needs to be made in certain novel technologies just like USA and South Korea to reap benefits of economic growth Can I say that? Yes? Okay. What about from here? What do I get from here? Chakri. Chakra. Suman.
The leaders also higher education of so
No, what's the idea? That's the example. He did that. Why? But obviously, he did that for the development of the country only, no? But what is the thing that he's told over there? Can I say that India has also followed the US and South Korea's example to make strong economic gains by leveraging its education infrastructure? See, you don't need to frame words all by yourself. 90% of the time, the words are supplied to you. You just have to put it in a meaning. Okay? Yes, all of you got what are the three ideas from this passage? Now, combine it, give me a main idea. What's the name of the Harshita. Main idea. You've not been attending classes previously. What happened? Oh, congratulations. So you're working. You've discontinued Amazon? Again? Okay. Okay, no problem. Give me the main idea. This you can do. Leveraging educational infrastructure is important for economic boost and economic growth of a nation. Can I say that's the one line that covers the entire passage? Yes? Clear? All of you got how we are taking the ideas from each paragraph and then bringing out the main idea? Yes? Please make mind maps and please keep doing this. This is an exercise that you should not give up on. See, comprehension does not change. The level of comprehension changes. మీకు అర్థం అవడం అర్థం కాకపోవడం రెండే స్టేట్స్ ఉన్నాయి కానీ అర్థం అవుతోంది అంటే ఎంత అర్థం అవుతోంది అని చూసుకోవచ్చు అర్థం కావట్లేదంటే ఎంత అర్థం కావట్లేదు చూడక్కర్లేదు ఇంకా గాట్ ఇట్ సో ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్
Sir, in exam when we are making the ideas or getting what are correct this thing, should we write it down or
no ideally at this point you don't need to write it down anymore provided you have written it down
so while practicing on the reading the
but then you don't need to do it anymore గుర్తుంటాయి మీకు see right now I'm not looking at what these three ideas are but still we remember them కదా ఇది నేను ఎప్పుడు 4 రోజుల ముందు రవి పంపించాడు నాకు PPT mock right he's taking the mock he's put them in PPT form and he's giving it to me I just saw the questions right so I read the passages 3-4 days back when he sent me but he గుర్తున్నదా so it is one thing is your short term memory versus your long term memory and you can ask Suraj and Deepak my memory sucks whatever they tell me in the morning I forget by evening. Okay but how am I able to remember these not that what they're saying is not important or anything they're saying important things of me but this I can remember because these ideas are very relatable see you have to read it empathetically We should not read it. ఏదో ప్యాసేజ్ పడేసాడు కదా నా మొహం మీద నేను ఏదో చదవాలి కదా నేను చదవకపోతే అవ్వదు అన్నది కాదు. Okay, what does this actually mean? Forget about CAT exam here. Maybe this information will help you somewhere in your life, no? Yes? But think of a passage like that. Think of it as an information. You're getting to read something new. You're getting to learn something new. And you can learn it as soon as you can read and understand it. That should be your motto to read. And mind maps, as far as you people are concerned, I don't think, see, you guys are from 1, 2, 4 and weekend batches, or 3, 5.
3, 5, 6, 7 years. 1 to 4.
Okay, so either way, so we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and weekend. Except for 7th batch, all the batches are, all the batches are sitting and listening to my class at once. This is new. Yeah, 34 members are there. Okay. No, so the point is you guys have already been through at least 20 RCs, right? So I'm assuming that you have taken my suggestions seriously and you have done the work that I've asked you to do, like mind mapping and everything. Okay, if you have done it, then you don't need to do it now. మీకు గుర్తుండిపోతాయి. లేదు గుర్తు ఉండట్లేదు అంటే అప్పుడు మళ్ళీ చేయండి. Take another 10 passages over 3 days, 3 passages a day. Do the mind maps.
Why I'm asking is, we have told us, resources to attract knowledge intensive and take credit inferences. అలాంటివి mind maps చేసుకుంటే అప్పుడు strike అవుతుంది సార్ long classes.
Yeah. When there's too much information, your mind is usually stuck in the information, not with the ideas, no? That's why. Okay, no, if you getting that difficulty, see, to write that, it won't take more than 5 seconds or 10 seconds, no? Class iskondi. Hardly at max 30 seconds extra avutundi ante kada. What's the burai? If you're getting 2 questions extra because of that 30 seconds, there's no wrong thing in that, no? Yes, there's no downside to it in Kinka. Student, whatever approach suits you, you trial and error cheyandi. That's why you have so many mocks. Outside you get at max 10 mocks. You're getting so many mocks right from this point of time so that you can explore more. Okay, yeah, let's go to questions. Come on. I don't think I need to see the answers for this first passage because first passage was pretty easy. I remember doing this passage properly. Only second passage was a little, how do I put it? It was enigmatic. I mean, what he was trying to tell, he was not extremely clear with giving it that way, but yes. Yeah, please go on. Option? Okay. What did he ask us in the question first of all? The author would have us believe. That means which of the following statements does the author support? Yes. So can I say that this would be in line with our central idea that we've gotten? Correct. Now tell me which of those 4 options is in line with the central idea. You did not attempt these, no? Can you give me an answer? D? Yes. All of you getting D? Anyone has any doubts for this? Online? Right, so all of you are getting D? Okay, cool. I'll move on. Yes, what about this? The USA is the finest example of this thesis, says the author. What thesis is he referring to? First of all, what kind of question is this? It's a specific detailed question. So what's our approach? We'll look at where this guy is talking about this, go there, extract 2 lines above, 2 lines below, get a grasp of it, come back. So where is he talking about thesis? Second para? First para, no? Yeah, here. The USA is fine of this thesis. So what is the thesis about? No, it's not science. It's about the higher the quality of university education. Okay, just before it, the higher the quality of university education in a country, the more prosperous and competitive the people. That becomes the thesis that we are talking about. Now, where does that come out? Obviously your answer 1. Okay. So see again, this is how you should choose paragraphs. Choose paragraphs that are very easy to understand. That way you're sure at least 3 out of 4 questions will be correct. That one question, if you are getting that difficulty, leave it. Okay. That way, out of 40 questions in the passage, you are able to do at least 9 to 10 comfortably, correctly. वहीं पे 30 mark आ गया ना आपका. Yes. Out of the other 6 questions, now you have to choose only 3 questions more. With a 39, it's a guaranteed 90 plus percentile. Play to what we know already, not to what we think will happen. Okay. So give me an answer. The Republic of South Korea is a good example of such an economy. What is the author alluding to? That means what's he pointing towards? What's he hinting at? Which one? D. Yes. Again, what kind of question is this? It's also specific detail. Yeah. So your answer will be D. Any doubts so far, my dear friends from online? Do you have any doubts?
Why can't the option A be the only option for this?
No, because he's given it over here, no? Had achieved a primary enrollment of this and of this.
So, but there is no like improvement in territory enrollment.
Why? What do you mean there's no improvement?
A significant improvement in territory enrollment.
Tertiary enrollment. Yeah, now how are we saying that there's no significant improvement in tertiary enrollment, Prabhat?
So first is 96%, right, sir? Primary and
So you're trying to look at percentage increase, but the problem is he's not given us 2 figures to compare amongst. Okay, and maybe you're thinking 96% is very high because of the number 96. But here we are not looking at all that. We are looking at in terms of, is it similar to the industrialized nations? Okay, now since it's similar to the industrialized nations and South Korea is not an industrialized nation, we're taking that there's been a significant improvement in it. Got it?
yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So this
Excuse
will
me,
be.
sir.
Sindhu,
So
tell me.
here my doubt is the option A is before this statement, right? In the question.
Yes.
So why can't only option A be? Because it is before
Just
that
now
option.
yeah, I get it. Just now, that's what I was trying to tell. I think Prabhat, right? See, I get that option A is just before that statement. I'm not neglecting this fact that this is true, but I'm also saying that this same Republic of South Korea has been a good example of what type of an economy, the same economy which has achieved this also, right? So if you are looking at their economy totally, they are one, investing in new tech. Two, their primary rate is same as industrial. Three, their tertiary rate is also same as industrial, no? Am I right? So we'll have to consider all the 3 of them together.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You guys clear? Yes, why not only A and why all the 3? Clear, right? Chakri, and you both have not attempted this one then. Yes. Yeah, answers. Okay, why not 1 and 2? ఎక్కడ మెన్షన్ చేశాడు ఇందిరాగాంధీ గురించి? Which of the following can definitely not be inferred అంటున్నాడు? B, 1, 2, 3,
1, 2,
B, 1 and 2, sure, it's actually only 1.
No, sir.
Yeah.
Who?
No, I know who, I know that there's no Indira Gandhi over there.
Yes, sir.
But he's just mentioning Nehru's and Gandhi's belief was in higher education strong, which we can see from there.
Yes.
అరే గాంధీ గురించి కాదు కానీ నెహ్రూ గురించి చూడగలుగుతాం కదరా దట్ దే రికగ్నైజ్ ది ఇంపార్టెన్స్ అని అంటే కాదనట్లేదు భయ్యా నేను కాదన్నా ఇందిరాగాంధీ ఉన్నదని నేను చెప్పాను అక్కడన్నా
I'm saying that some people may go with the line that realize that our early leaders means Indira Gandhi is also early leader, so they can compare. But who is, you cannot take Indira Gandhi as prime minister. My friend may be Indira Gandhi.
కాదు ఒక్క నిమిషం ఆగు ఎక్కడ ప్రైమ్ మినిస్టర్ అక్కడ అని చెప్పాడు జవహర్లాల్ నెహ్రూ అని రాశాడు కదా మోడిఫైడ్ లో
Not talking about Indira Gandhi, sir. Then it becomes an influence and safety. It mentioned about Nehru.
Nehru been mentioned. So I agree that it is mentioned about Nehru.
So second Nehru's belief in higher education was strong.
Okay, where did he get that from?
He established a belief.
Because he established it was strong. No, my question is because he established IIMs and IITs, you can see that it was strong. And you also malla last para మొత్తం clear గా నాకు చదవండి. Even in India, the value of higher education was realized by our early leaders. Can I say that Indira Gandhi is one of our early leaders a fact?
No, sir.
It's not a fact.
No, who is Indira Gandhi could be my friend, no, sir. It can be. Now, how can we take personal bias for a class?
This is not called personal bias. There was one PPT in which I clearly said facts cannot be taken out. I think it was critical reasoning ka PPT. Interesting. మీ క్లాస్ లోనే చెప్పాను నేను facts you cannot discard.
If I don't know that Indira Gandhi is a prime minister, means
I
understand, sir. I don't know if Indira Gandhi is a prime minister. Then how can
I get it. Okay, fine. Forget about this question. Let's come to this passage. Confucius couldn't get around.
Confucius.
Yeah, I know it's the next passage. What if you don't know who Confucius is?
Direct question is asked about.
Anakar. So what will you think about that? Who is Confucius?
I don't know, sir. Whatever is given to us, we will take that from the.
Mahatma Gandhi and Ante. Like? Atal Bihari Vajpayee. See, first of all, Atal Bihari Vajpayee is not an early leader. Okay, when we talk about early leaders of India, you know who all are coming into it. Bhagat Singh, Illandra, early leaders of India.
Take, sir, it is not. How can we take Indira Gandhi's there, sir?
How can you refute some fact is what okay, fine. Okay, 1 minute. Let us say that I'll say, okay, Japan is called the land of the sun. Okay. Now, if I ask you why is Japan called the land of the sun, will you take that as an inference or not? If the question asks you, why is Japan called the land of sun? And in the passage, I only mentioned Japan is called the land of the sun. Okay, and I've given other geographical coordinates and all that. There's a beach around this, that bullshit and all this. Like what? And if the option is Japan is on the east, will you pick that up or not? Because there also you're picking from fact.
Sir, we are from India, sir. That's why we know that Indira Gandhi is prime minister. If there's some country like Slovenia or some Uganda or something, we don't know what the ex-prime ministers. If their name is mentioned, how can we write?
Sir, okay. It happens a lot of time in passages. Actually, I don't know why I'm like closing the mock discussion to show you this, but I will show you this. Is this assistance.accurate? It's the third batch. I've not taken NASI genre-based workshops. No? So Roshan, in this particular passage, okay, he's basically talking about some movement called as psychoanalysis. He's basically talking about some movement called as psychoanalytic movement. Okay. And then randomly he goes here and he talks about behaviorism. Randomly he comes here and he talks about Freudianism. Okay. Unfortunately or fortunately, Freudianism is the same as psychoanalysis. Okay. It's not his problem that you don't know it. I'm trying to tell you what the truth is. See, you can argue with me. What will I do? I'll say, okay, fine, leave that question. If it's taking too much of my time, I'll say that's the easiest option for me. No. Why should I defend my answer when I know what's right?
Just like when I'm seeing, whenever I'm seeing the question, because I always solve the question and I come to this question. It's a direct question and I'm reading the options. First one is definitely not.
Okay.
So I remove. So we are not talking about Indira Gandhi. So directly we can. I thought that so
No, I understand what you're saying, but this is not your bias. This is a fact. Sunrise in the east is a fact.
అది మన ఇండియాలో ఉంటున్నాం కాబట్టి మనకి ఇందిరాగాంధీ కనిపిస్తుంది.
Are ఇది India కాదు కదా, and that's why I showed you this example. This is not about India, no. Sigmund Freud was an Austrian psychiatrist. I don't even know the capital of Austria for that matter. What will you do if this comes off? Or Confucius came now. It's not his problem that we don't know who these people are. These people are very famous people. You're supposed to know about them. For example, you know Lalit Modi? Yeah. Now tomorrow, if I randomly say Lalit, what will you tell? Sir, it's not Pakan Kuchunar Sir Ayulantava. See, that I'm only talking about that attitude of it. It's okay if you say that on this basis, I've not gotten this question. I'm okay with that. I'm not saying that's not the thing. But we can't go and say that, you know, I'm not going to take facts because he's not stated it in the passage. Irrespective of whether he stated it in the passage or not, a fact is a fact. Hmm? But what are you going to do when he's given the question like that? You have to understand and go forward with it. See, you get that doubt. It's healthy to get that doubt. But it's also healthy to move on from that doubt by accepting what's told. We can't say, mention India great leaders. Okay, fine. For that matter, in that particular passage only, was it open? The other passage? So, for that matter, yeah, in this whole passage, do you know who this guy is? What if they gave something about their contemporaries? We would still have accepted and moved on. We do not know, but what do? We have to assume that these people belong to a bunch when they are given together. No. Yes, if I tell you are a cat student, okay, and I say that early students of Apex have benefited greatly. I'm just giving a random example. It's not actually a fact. Don't worry. Okay, so early students of Apex have benefited greatly. Students like Roshan, everyone knows about Roshan because it's mentioned in the passage. That Roshan is an early student of Apex. He's gotten 99 percentile, 100%. Idanta solu cheppan and passage. Now, if I say that Sampath and Roshan have worked hard, would you not understand that Sampath also belongs to the same group as Roshan? That is what I'm saying. We can't negate facts. Neither can we say that just because it's not mentioned there, it can't be inferred. Because I don't know, you remember what's the definition of inference, Roshan? It's an unstated conclusion. It's what must be true, given this is true. So I'm asking you again, given this, is true, can that be true? So we can infer it. And he said only India's first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, and he is not given this. Then Gandhi is not coming. But he has given us context to this. Got it? In fact, it's not Jawaharlal Nehru who gave up all the aims and all. Different people came in the way. Okay?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, who's
So,
this? Sindhu?
yes, sir.
Sindhu,
Sir,
please.
instead of Jawaharlal Nehru and Indira Gandhi, if they gave only Indira Gandhi or some other leader's name, even then it would be inferred, right?
Well, technically, unless again, then Roshan's point comes in. That, if it is someone like Shino Abe, if I talk to you about Shino Abe right now, do you know who Shino Abe is? Anyone? He was the former Prime Minister of Japan. So contextually, your facts also vary. Now, should a Prime Minister's name be a fact or not? Definitely should be a fact. Can I assume that you should know it? Yes, I should assume that you know it. Why? Because the author, see again, this is being written by someone else. This has been made by someone else, correct? This side of it has been written by someone who knows that his readers would understand this context. Okay? Then this has been said by someone who knows from this context, I can put this to confuse my examiners or what do you say, attendees. Okay? 90% of the time, they're not going to go ahead and confuse you more than this. As in, they're not going to give you random name like Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, believed in India's future with great institutions. That much of a shift is not going to happen. Get it, Sindhu? She's the one who's asked.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. But
Yes, sir.
in case that comes up, even then you'll have to see, does that fit under this context or not? Such questions become hard questions.
That means Nehru's name is not there also. That means
It is supposed to be. You can infer that actually, by the way. Okay. Right. So after all this gruesome discussion, can I please say that the answer is 1? Yeah. Okay. See, third one, definitely it's directly given over there. Okay. 2, Indira Gandhi is solved by Pen Kankar. You can infer it. Okay. 1, we cannot really infer because what kind of an opposite, what kind of an answer is it? Extreme or opposite answer, right? Because he's saying that this is helping these industries grow. Here he's saying that these industries are failing. Okay, clear, all of you? All right, so should we go to 2 or should we go to 3? My order is 1, 3, 4, 2. Because I've been doing the same thing in the last 3 mocks. I've not been able to finish RCs in the class. అందుకే నేను most of the RCs వెళ్ళాను okay, whichever you want. So what do you want to do? 2 or 3? 3. Yeah, please go on. I have a small. Yeah, someone asked me what is skimming. Who's that guy? Anyone from your batch? Who is it, you? Sorry, Praveen. Keep it going. Don't remember who that was. My dear friends online, did any one of you ask me what is skimming, by the way? Any one of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sharad. Okay, cool. I'll show you what skimming is.
Rakesh was also there.
Good. Great. You want me to share the screen? I don't think I have the PPT with me. give me one moment. Let me download this quickly. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me just take you to that passage. Yeah, this is the passage. Just please go on. Read through. I'll just put this back in. Yes, so what does this talk about here? We now know a few different names of grapes. We're happy. Yes. So next time you're going to buy whiskey or something, ask for like a Sauvignon Blanc or something. It'll be like crazy. ఆడుకోవడం అనుకుంటాడు ఏంటి ఇల్లు అక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చారని ఏదో వచ్చిన ఆడి చూసే అలాగా ఏ సంపత్ నువ్వేనా తాగేది సరే ఓకే రైట్ సో what can I understand from here? This is my first para, no? Chota wala para. Sumant, What do I get from there? Did you attempt this? What would you connect? Did you attempt this passage? Okay. How many of you attempted this? Under attempted this. Cool. Then tell me what is the idea that I can get from you? Has anyone texted me? Here Sindhu has not texted me. Tell me, my friend. Come on. Hmm. Okay, all right. So basically, he's saying you need to be some big shot to drink wine. Can I say that's the one simple idea that I'm getting from there? See, simplify it. It's your understanding. You don't need it to be in the same words as that. Okay, simplify karo. Then when you're matching options, no, look for things that are there in the same words as the passage. Okay, yeah. What about the second one? Huh? Okay. So can I say that from being a niche, it's now become a, what do you say, a common item? Yes. All right. And is this the only thing he has told me? No, he's told me reasons for this. Okay. So where did the reasons come in? He started off there saying that now we have literally dozens of countries of wines which are available in our supermarket. That means the export and import has increased for wines. Yes. Okay. It seems in other words, okay, I don't need to read it. Go on. Tell me what about the third one? Third paragraph. From this part to this part. Okay. What do you think about this? What do you think about that paragraph? Whatever you put, Hema, Praveen, Krishna, Rona. From third paragraph? Okay. No. What is intimidated and ఇప్పుడు నేను తెలుసుకోకపోయినా నేను తాగలేనా అన్నది లేదు. Initially they had to know, okay, which flavor it is, for how long it's been there. Hey, even while tasting they used to do like this, they'll smell and all that crap, right? Now they don't need to do that. Why? Good, because the name of the fruit is directly on the label. They know everything. This scent is there, this, everything has been put on the label. And not only from the French place of sherry and what else was that? Something else. Yeah, sherry and port. Okay. Now there are like a lot of different wines which have come from all over the world. Okay. And what kind of names are there? The names are the same that are of the grapes that they are being made up of. Okay. So why should the native English speakers know Cabernet Sauvignon or Chardonnay were, or what these things were? That means all the technicalities are not needed anymore. Okay. So with the increase in the popularity of wines, the technicality needed to know by people has gone down. Can we say that much? What about the next paragraph? In the wine heartland of France, they are scared to death of that trend, not because they think their wine isn't good as the best from California or South Australia, but because they don't traditionally call their wine Cabernet Sauvignon or Chardonnay. That means they don't follow this trend, and everyone else is following this trend. So they're kind of worried what will happen to their wine now. Okay. So what else is he talking about? They call them Chotet, the Ducru something. Okay, I can't pronounce that actually. But yes, or Cotton Shamalan. And they aren't about to change. So some areas in the middle of southern France are now produced a generation of growers using the varietal names on their labels and are tempting consumers to back to French wines. So some people are trying to get back popularity of wines into French wines now. People have tried to stop them from buying outside wines, and they're trying to bring back their own popularity. But it'll be an uphill struggle. That means it'll be really tough. Yeah, difficult task. But there's a probability. But there's probably no other way if France is to avoid simply becoming a specialty source of old-fashioned wine for old-fashioned connoisseurs. What does this line mean? It's an important line in the passage. They don't want to remain for old people or for people or experts of wine alone. Connoisseur is an expert of something. Okay, so someone who's been drinking wine for very long and who knows exactly what flavor it is and all he can tell by the taste and everything. They don't want to serve only those people. Nowadays, everyone is drinking wine apparently. They want to serve everyone. They want to keep their ball in the game. Get it? All of you? Wine consumption was also given a significant boost in the early 90s by the work of Dr. Serge Renaud. Okay, so this guy, what did this guy say? Come on, you read the passage, no? Heartiki manchidra wine taagte annadu. Okay, man Brahmanandu ade cheppadu man vinnama. Ivalu velli Brahmanandu cheppadu kan taagenu. Okay. So basically, what can I understand from this entire passage? A true wine enthusiast is supposed to know the details about the wine, the technicalities about the wine, the smell, the source, and everything. However, the recent trends in marketing, Chapandra, However, the recent trends in marketing have eliminated that need by providing all the technical details on the label. Some countries like France still hold value to their varietal and traditional names. Okay. What else? Two ideas have left here. Come on, tell me. That is one idea that I've left. What's the other idea? That's between. I told you about how France is using their old names. But can I say that France does not want to stay with the same market? Yes. However, French wines also want to expand their market beyond old connoisseurs. That is one idea that we've done. Okay, cool. Adha in the passage under ki? Chakri adha in the? Okay. Yes. Boy, I forgot your name. What's your name? Lochin? Lochin? Yes. No, there are two people with you, dude. One is Roshan, one is Lochin. I get confused among the names. Okay, yeah. What's the tone of this passage? Yeah, 1 minute. Yes, who is this? Naveen.
Sir,
Tell me.
share the screen, sir, please.
Oh, okay, okay. My bad, my bad. Yes. Can you see this now? Can you see it?
Yes, sir, but we can't see the original screen you are talking about.
What do you mean original screen? I'm talking about question number 8.
Sir, actually,
We
if
could
you
see, sir.
stop sharing the screen, then we can see the thing which you're means the original board we can be able to see in yeah.
No, but the original board, I'm not writing anything.
No, it is fine, sir.
Okay, you want it this way. Someone asked me to share screen, so I shared. Okay, sorry.
No,
Yeah,
we thought that you are talking about the question.
I am talking about the question. I'm talking about 8th question. Okay, anyways, yeah, guys, tell me what's the answer. Satirical? What French winemaker will ever admit that? Yes, ఇది మీకు బాగా అలవాటు అయిపోయి ఉంటుంది నా క్లాస్లో కూర్చుని సరే why it's not hypocritical or what's the right pronunciation of that? Very good. What does it mean? ఒకటి చెప్పి ఇంకోటి చేయడం లోపల బయట అది కాదు అంటే ఒకలా నువ్వు చెప్పింది అదే సరే ఒకలా చెప్పి ఒకలా చేయడం ఫైన్ కూల్ సో దిస్ ఆన్సర్ ఇస్ బి ఎస్ which of the following cannot be reasonably attributed to the labeling strategy followed by wine producers in English speaking countries? What's the question talking about? What does the question want us to do? Chakradhar. Roshan, what does the question mean?
What are all the possibilities?
Okay, which of the following cannot be reasonably attributed to? Okay, ఇవి ఉన్నాయా ఇవి ఏదైతే ఉన్నాయో ఇవి ఆ లేబులింగ్ వాటి స్ట్రాటజీకి నేను రీజన్ కింద ఆలోచించలేను అని అడుగు ఓకే ఆర్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ క్లియర్ విత్ దట్ క్వశ్చన్ లైక్ గో ఆన్ టెల్ మీ ఆన్సర్ లోచన్ బి ఓకే సంపత్ నో సి రోషన్ బి బి ప్రవీణ్ బి this I can definitely attribute. Okay. Consumers buy wine on the basis of the familiarity with the grape varieties name. Yes, this also I can attribute directly given in the passage. Okay. Now amongst B and C, even ordinary customers now have more access to technical knowledge about wines. Why can I not attribute that? వాడు ఏమంటున్నాడు నేను ఇప్పుడు లేబులింగ్ స్ట్రాటజీ నేను ఎందుకు పెట్టుకున్నాను more about the technical details, no?
To make people know less about the technical.
If you want people to know less about the technical details, why exactly are you printing the name of the grape on the
No, they don't need to specifically know what is అంటే ఇప్పుడు కొంతమంది అన్నారు సార్ అందులో స్పెసిఫిక్ అంత చేయకుండా డైరెక్ట్ గా కాలేజ్
నేను అన్నది అది కాదు ఇప్పుడు ఓల్డ్ కానిస్టోర్ ఉన్నాడు అనుకో వాడి మటుకు వాడు స్వర్ల్ చేసుకుని వచ్చిన ఎమోట్స్ అరోమా వల్ల దాని వల్ల అదేం గ్రేప్ అన్న వైన్ టేస్టింగ్ అంటారు ఐడియా ఉందా సో వాడు వచ్చి టేస్ట్ చేసి చెప్పగలుగుతాడు Normal person, if Nala alone, I don't know how a wine like should actually taste. In fact, my personal experience, I'm telling you people, to me, wine tastes like potassium permanganate. Okay, I don't know why I drank potassium permanganate first of all, but yeah. You never did titrations. You did no వెళ్ళిన లోపలికి అంతే అందరికీ ఏమో చేయలే ఉంటుంది నాకు తెలిసి ఆవిడ బయటికి చెప్పుకోడు కానీ యా సో టు మీ వైన్ టేస్ట్ లైక్ పొటాషియం permanganate. No, I can't put potassium permanganate on the label, no. Although if there are people who are very new to wine, okay, and I tell them, "Arey, this is made of this grape," it's easier for them to identify which grape would taste like what. That is what he's saying. Now, can I say that that can be inferred or not? Or can that be reason for that or not?
With the standard expenses.
Consumers are able to appreciate better quality wines. Now, how do we know it's a better quality wine and which is not? There are French classics like Sherry and Port. There are other wines like Sauvignon Blanc and all this. Will he tell you this is a better quality wine? This is not. Labeling will not help you identify quality, but it's helping you identify which kind of a wine it is or which kind of a fruit is used in that wine. So somehow even ordinary customers now have the technical knowledge.
Second paragraph, third paragraph, second line.
You talk 1, 2, 3, second line.
Consumers.
No longer intimidated by the thought of needing to know their polyfluid from their polyfluid just as the very moment when there is more to know than ever before. Fine. Now, what is he saying? You as a customer don't need to know the innate differences in it because I'm putting it on the bottle. You got my point, Adi. So your answer, as far as I should, if I'm right, the answer should be C. Okay. Please put an effort into trying to understand what the passage is actually telling you. If your main idea is not syncing with those things, then your answer is definitely not valid. My main idea is right now, people need to people need to not know that much because they're getting all information ready hand. Oh no? Yes, that is what we need to be looking for in all options. Yeah, please have a look at this. I'll do that. Yes. What is this about? Nathan again, brother. What is this? Yeah. So which of the following, if true, would provide most support for Dr. Renaud? Okay. What type of question? Specific detail? Yes. Could be an inference also, depending on the options. I'm sorry. So about the effect of tannins, ikkada. Antena? This was by tannins. Long-term service in South France. Ante. Clear D it is. Very easy question. Any what, Roshan?
Sir, the question low.
Yeah, Prabha.
Before question, sir. Before question.
1 minute, let me put it back. Yeah, this question.
Yeah, third option, why like it is not set like advining long-term survey. South France allowed the incidents.
Okay, Prabhat, wait. See, this is first of all, this is an extreme answer. Forget extreme, it's an opposite answer, to be very honest. Now, what's he saying? The data showed a positive association between sales of red wine and incidence of coronary heart. That means I sold more, coronary heart disease increased more. ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు తాగడం వల్ల ఏమో నీకు హార్ట్ అటాక్ వస్తుందంటే నువ్వు తాగుతావా? అంటే కొంతమంది అదోళ్ళు తాగుతారు లేక నువ్వు తాగుతావా? తాగవు కదా. ఆడేమన్నాడు?
అంటే ఇలా కూడా అనుకోవచ్చు కదా సార్, ఇన్సిడెంట్స్ పెరుగుతుంటే సేల్స్ పెరుగుతున్నాయి.
నువ్వు అలా అనుకోవడానికి లేదు. ఇన్సిడెన్స్ ఆఫ్ అ డిసీజ్ ఇస్ వాట్ మోర్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్ ఆర్ గెటింగ్ ఇట్. ఓకే, ఇన్సిడెన్స్ అంటే ఏంటి? నాకేమొచ్చి రావడం, INCI is coming. Okay. Now, what did he say? He said that this fellow, whoever he was there, he went and he saw that there is an uncannily low incidence of, coronary heart disease, CSD, in southern France. ఎందుకు అక్కడేమో జనాలు తాగి పడిపోతున్నారు కనుక అది హార్ట్ అటాక్ రావట్లేదు అని అది చెప్పాడు. ఓకే, సో he told that more are the sales, less is the incidence. Prabhat?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, all right. Yeah. 16 answers should have something like all, none, aligned. For example, if I say everyone who is absolved from the problem of coronary heart disease. It might be true, but according to France, we don't. Okay, he's told only about France, no? Southern France. So our scope becomes southern France. Okay. Yeah, this question, please tell me. What, according to the author, should the French do to avoid becoming a producer of merely old-fashioned wines? Hey, this is again a very simple, straightforward question. You don't want to be old-fashioned? Put out the details on the label. What happened? What happened, Roshan? Did you get these two questions wrong? It happens. See, sometimes you have to just give that pause to your mind and just think about it once again. Nothing. Okay. All right. So should we do fourth passage or second one? Second will go. Into the paragraph. Decide on the proper order for this. How many of you have done this? Yeah. How many of you have attempted this? Right. You have all attempted this. Cool. Can you guys see the board, or do you want me to share the screen? Okay. Yeah, please start. Do this. Can the first sentence be the first sentence? Okay. Yeah, tell me here, what should be the answer? What's the theme? Can anyone identify the theme and tell me? This does not mean that we have to compromise our own basic principles. At the very least, we need to acknowledge that individuals have different ways of seeing things. Fine. The accusation might be completely unreasonable from your viewpoint, but there's always some truth in what the other person is saying. We simply validate the other's stance so that we can move on to a healthier resolution of the conflict. This may be hard. Can I say that fifth one will be the first statement out of all of them? No. Okay.
Got a discussion of it all.
Oh, okay, fine. Can you give me which statement? At the very least, we need to acknowledge that individuals have different ways of seeing it. Your reasoning for not having 5 is the accusation. So it would be okay if I said an accusation. I'm just trying to understand what your viewpoint is. Okay, no, I'm just trying to understand. See, he said it's a definite one, and we've not come through any accusation before. Is that your logic? Okay. So would you be okay with it if it's an accusation? Now, did I tell you about parajumbles, which could be of this format also? You guys are able to hear me, right? Okay. Think about this question. This is para 1 nana. This is para 2, para 3. Although rare, you can get things that are like this. So maybe the accusation has been spoken about over here.
So I'm telling
No, I'm not saying that's the first one. I'm just trying to reason with you. Okay, see, yesterday you came to me and you asked 1, 2, 3, 4 allow. He said it is jumbled. How is it 1, 2, 3, 4? No, see, we don't tell that in the first 5, 6 mocks. At Parajumbles workshop class, we'll tell it to you. But yeah, first you should check 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you should go forward with all other options. Because when you're getting these hard questions, no, they're hard only for one simple reason. It's too easy to solve. Yes, that's a paradox, but yes, it is that way. It's very hard because it's very, very straightforward. No one thinks that way. Your aim is to identify the theme. Once you've identified the theme, try to connect the sentences. First theme into identify change. Let's do it step by step. Theme into mundu identify change. Migita tarvata chustunnam. Seventy, no, I don't think that's the answer. What's the theme? Huh? Okay, so something I can say that individual differences is the theme. All right. Now, if I'm saying this does not mean that we have to compromise on our basic principles. What is this? Again, this may be hard. What is this? Can we link it to any sentence? Huh? 2, 3. Yeah, 3 is followed by 2. Three is followed by 2. So at the very least, we need to acknowledge that individuals have different ways of seeing things. That, or sorry, this may be hard to do in a volatile situation. What is that? This understanding that other people have different ways. Okay, doing that might be hard in a volatile situation, but that's the sign of individual strength and integrity, is the ability to postpone our immediate reactions in order to achieve positive goals. Now tell me one small thing. Is he talking about realizing your goals or anything anywhere else? Or building individual strength anywhere else? Yes, no? No? Can I say that now this will be the ending in that case? If he's not talking about any of the continuation for this matter, can I say that that will be the ending of it? Yes. So one thing that I can maybe fix is 2, 3 will be the ending. Now talk about what comes before 2. Now, why is it that we are trying to acknowledge that individuals have different, ways of seeing things? Yes, after 4, 1 will come. But we are saying we simply validate other stances so that we can move on to a healthier resolution of the conflict. This doesn't mean, that means validating other people's stance does not mean. Yes, So first things first, you're identifying pronouns and articles and determinants. Okay, ask what is this referring to? Demonstrative, no, it is over here. Yeah, so what is this referring to? As long as we can find that out, we can make two pairs. From 5 factor, what? How do you check this combination here? How many total ways are there? 5 factorial into 4 factorial antena, or 5 factorial? Oh, 5 into 4 into 3. Okay. So from 5 factorial ways, now you can bring it down to 3 factorial ways. At least some considerable improvement. No. Yes. Okay. So I can now also say that 4 and 1 are together. Now my point is, should I place 5 here or should I place 5 here? Now, if I say 5 first వస్తుందని.
I also thought like that, sir, but why I went like this, I thought in 3 ways. The next one is when I start with second statement at the very least, the variables. So look at my answer.
Yeah. Tell me your order once actually.
2, 3, 4, 1, 5.
So in your case, in your order, what is that accusation?
This may be hard.
Because see, ideally through the other 4 things you're saying that you should compromise and all.
When I'm reading the paragraph, I usually take the conversation, sir, because when we are reading that statement 5, we can put it in some order, like accusation, where paragraph the accusation of a context issue. We are not talking about any accusation. The accusation might be completely unreasonable from a viewpoint, and our conclusion of అంటే ఇది చెప్పినంత దానికి
conclusion లో పెట్టాడని అనుకుందాం. That means it has to go after 1, no? Yes. This does not mean that we have to compromise on our basic principles. The accusation might be completely unreasonable from your viewpoint, but there's always some truth. That means what? Is there a logic to both of this?
But it could be in the general what I said and what an answer is wrong.
Yeah.
I should have kept 5 first, but again, this is
No. My point is, when you have realized that putting 5 at the end is not logically coherent, why are you saying it may be? You've already clearly stated it's not. Correct. Don't go for small nuances. Again, over here, when he said the accusation might be completely unreasonable from your viewpoint, that accusation, you are thinking of it in terms that someone is accusing you. Why can you not take it as a general thing? Saying that someone accusing you normally might not be true from your viewpoint, but it might be valid from others. Then he's starting the whole thing by saying, at least we should acknowledge that there are differences. Get it? So he's kind of building a foundation. In reality, that's what he's doing. He's building a foundation for you to understand that other people have viewpoints too. Got it? So according to me, the answer should be 5, 4, 1, 2, 3. What's the answer? 5, 2, 1, 4, 3. 2, 1, 4, 3. At least we need to acknowledge that individuals have different ways of seeing things. I don't see 5, 2, 1, 4, 3. I see 5, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'll let you know about this because my answer would be 5, 4, 1, 2, 3. It won't be 5, 2, 1, 4, 3. Okay, I'll look at it. We'll do one more question. We'll stay for 5 minutes. Yeah. Change. Which question number is it? This one, huh? No. Yeah, go on. Can I say 2 and 1 are going together? 1 is following 2. Yeah. Many may feel that your divorce somehow threatens their own marriages, and some friends may now find it difficult to relate to you as a single person. Not only that, but you may also find it difficult to trust others during a divorce, right? So I now know that 2, 1 are together. What about the rest? 3 and 5 are. Unfortunately, many of your friends were those who knew you as a couple, and they often must choose between you and the other person. Okay, fine. Even those who try to stay neutral find it difficult. Last complete sorry. Yeah, stay neutral, try to find it difficult. So can I say 3 and 5 are also going together? Fine, okay. Now what about 4? Is it first? Is it in the middle? Is it in the last? Getting out, feeling free, and opening up to others becomes a major goal of a healthy divorce adjustment. Why not first? అవరా ఒకసారి నేను అడుగుతున్నా, నేను సేమ్ క్వశ్చన్ అడిగాను లేదా? మరి నీకు అన్యాయం చేసేస్తుందంటే ఏంటా ఫీలింగ్? Yeah, why not first? Yeah. Give me one good reason for why not first. Okay. First two statements. So are we taking it as 2, 1, 3, 5? So far? Huh? You want to take it as 3, 5, 2, 1? It will be 2, 1, 3, 5. It will be 2, 1, 3, 5, 4. No, but I'll still repeat the same question. Though answer 3, 5. It should be 2, 1, 3, 5. No.
So start with 4 statements.
Okay.
Getting out feeling free and opening up to others becomes a major goal.
Healthy divorce adjustment. Okay.
Unfortunately, many of your friends were those who knew as a couple and they often still continue.
Wait. Unfortunately, many of your friends were those who knew you as a couple.
And they often choose between these.
No. See, if you're talking about, opening up to others, this is about this and this, whom you are trusting and how you are threatening other people's relationships. It's not about how others are choosing you. It's not about how others are choosing you. So 4 should be at the ending. 4 is a clear conclusion. My logic should be 2, 1, 3, 5, 4. That many may feel that your divorce somehow threatens their own marriages. Not only that, but this also is, yeah, who's this? Did someone speak?
Sir, why can't 4 be the first sentence?
I do not see 4 as the first sentence because it's more to do with 3 and 5. And in my logic, 3 and 5 are coming after 2 and 1. Now, if I would agree to their logic where 3, 5 is coming before 2, 1, then it could also, no, even then it's not going to be 4. Not only that, but you may also find it difficult to trust others during a divorce. Many may feel that your divorce somehow threatens their own marriages, and some friends may now find it difficult. No, 2, 1 is clear. Yeah, it's their friends only. See, everywhere it's your friends only. So here also your friends are only those parts. Everywhere it's your friends only for those. That pronoun is not giving us much information. Okay, fine. Leave it for now. I'll look at it. But according to me, the model should be 2, 1, 3, 5, and 4. Okay. But if this is the wrong answer, then we'll have to look at the what his logic is. If I'm satisfied with that logic, I'll learn about it. Otherwise, I'll tell you why my logic is wrong. Okay, see, my logic is very simple. This guy is trying to open up to people. Okay, so first he's looking at how others are going to view him. Then he's looking at how his image would be. So first he's looking at what all might happen. That will be difficult for them to think about their own self, and I might not trust them and all that. Then he's talking about how they will look at him. And then finally he's coming to a conclusion that yes, this becomes a major relationship. What is this? Goal of healthy divorce adjustment. That is my logic to this entire conversation. Okay. But let me see his logic too. If his logic is better than mine, I'll agree to it. All right. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, Mom, tell me.
Sir, in VARC, I have few doubts. Can I call you?
Not right now because late I'm busy.
Yes, sir.
We can get on to a text sometime later.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.